Hey all, today I'm going to start a new series on AZ104, which is nothing but the Microsoft Azure Administrator. This is going to be a short introductory video to the Azure Administrator course. So let's directly dive into the course. So here we'll be studying the most three important aspect on any cloud environment, and that would be the implementing infrastructure on Azure, where we will be provisioning the VMs, database, and its connectivity, and placing it on the VNets. So these are all the provisioning stuffs comes under the implementing the infrastructure. Basically, we'll be implementing it, and once we implement it, we have to manage those infrastructure, and we will also see how to manage this infrastructure. And the other main part is we'll be doing the monitoring stuff. So we will be adding all the monitoring tools, and we can also use the third party tools, but in this course we will be mainly concentrating on the cloud native, which is Azure's monitoring tool. And we'll also see how to configure the alerts.
For example, if there is an 90% CPU utilization on a VM, we can just configure our email and ask the Azure monitoring service to send an alert notification to our email if there is a breach, or if there is a 90 percentage of CPU utilization. Or we can also do that for memory disk utilization, and we can do many things through that. And we will see what are the skills measured. So here the first is managing Azure identities and governance. So if any one of you have worked on Active Directory, we'll be managing the users and its groups, and the same thing applies here, but here we'll be using the Azure AD, and that is completely different from the on-premise AD which we are using. We can also connect to our on-premise AD through a concept called AD Connect. We will go through that, and we'll also see how to create users and manage them and all those stuff. Next is managing the storage. For example, we'll be having a blob storage where we can upload our files. It is similar to the S3 storage in AWS, and there is a lot of different types of storage which we will be going through this course. And next is the deploy and manage Azure compute resources. This is nothing but the VM resources and its containerization. And we will be deploying the VMs, and we will see how to manage those VMs. And if at all, if we are deploying a VM, it should be on the subnet. It should be on a VNet, and there should be a subnet for it. And those concepts comes under configuring and managing virtual networking. Here, it takes the major portion, this 25 to 30%. And next is nothing but the monitoring and backup service, and we'll be seeing how to implement the monitoring and how to automate the backup for the Azure resources. So next is nothing but the importance of this exam. So for example, if you have done the certification and you're attending an interview, and if you have this certification in your hand, and for example there is a group of 10 members, and only 3 of them is having a certification, and you will have a slight edge over the other candidates. So that's one of the benefits. And we will also be covering most important topics such as storage, networking, and compute, which can be common for other cloud resources as well. And you can just correlate and study if you are doing an AZ104 Azure Administrator course, and if you are doing an AWS SysOps course, and you can very well correlate. And uh, most of the concepts are same throughout the cloud providers. Only the services names changes, and there will be a slight deviation on certain concepts. But we will be understanding in depth we'll be focusing from the fundamentals, from the basics to the in-depth concepts, and we'll also be doing the hands-on labs. So make sure you create an Azure account. You can just go to portal.azure.com and create an Azure account and be ready for the course. Thank you.